Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie, or Wavy Curly Allie. I'm a healthy hair enthusiast just here sharing my tips and tricks on how to help you love your hair as it is naturally. And today, once again, we are doing an updated wash day tutorial. I feel like I just uploaded this video, but I realize it's been about 8, 9, maybe 10 months since I uploaded that last video, and I've made some modifications since then. So today I'm going to quickly cover everything from beginning to dry, which is where we're at today. These are my results from this wash day. So I'm not gonna make this a long drawn out intro. I realize you guys wanna get right to the point. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right, let's start with shampoo. This is the Love Your Curls Lush brand's step 1 of their 3-step system. Their shampoo. I use just a little bit over a quarter size amount. Really work it in my scalp to get it to lather. It's kind of hard to see in this video, but it does lather. And then I rinse that out. The next step is to condition. This is one of my favorite conditioners because it has an incredible amount of slip. So it's really easy to work through and get out the tangles. You can see I'm just kind of distributing it in larger sections before I start to work it into smaller sections. By doing this, it makes it quite a bit easier to detangle, and it also ensures that each and every one of those strands is fully coated with product. Now I'm going to clip it up on the back of my head, let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to rinse it out. All right, in with the Avocado and Rose Oil Clementine Cream, one of my all-time favorite products. I use about a dime size, emulsify it in my hands just to show you how concentrated this product is. You don't need a ton of it. For all of my hair, I use just a dime size. Now I'm going to start raking it in, lifting my hair up and off of my scalp just to get it distributed. But here's where it gets interesting. I like to flip upside down at this point. I really prefer to upside down style, so I'm going to use my Denman brush to help move my hair forward, and then my fingers to help lift my hair up and away from my scalp. We don't want anything sticking in the back and creating that messy section, so I do this as a preventative. Now what I just showed you was the Eco Slate Orange Marmalade Flaxseed Gel. I use a little bit over a ping pong ball size amount, and I rake that in. I really want to saturate each and every one of my strands with this product so there's no weird dry sections that I might have missed. Now I'm going to go back in with that Denman brush and fully distribute it with the brush, but also using this to help form curl clumps. Give your hair a good shake to help encourage those curl clumps to form and come back together. But I'm going to do one last step here. Don't skip this step. It seems a little bit goofy, but bend all the way forward and give your hair a good shake. I'm really trying to make sure that my hair is released from the back of my scalp and we don't dry again with that really weird wonky section that many of us encounter when we upside down style. It's really hard to see back there when you're styling your hair, so making sure that you bend all the way forward to release that hair from your scalp will make such a difference in the way that it dries. If that's not enough, try rotating your head from side to side, giving it a shake to make sure it's all lifted off of your scalp. I'll show you how to help those clumps reform once we get to the next step. But as you can see here, I'm just scrunching the product in my hair, starting to form those waves and curls. Now this is the part I was just referring to. When your hair starts to separate and you don't feel like your clumps are staying intact, add more water. It seems really goofy and very simple, but you know, a lot of the time, sometimes it's just a simple step like that to make such a difference. All right, so I just went in again with another ping pong ball size amount of gel, and I'm doing kind of this last bit of coating as insurance before I go into micro-plopping my hair. I'm really squeezing this in until I form the clumps and feel it as saturated as it needs to be. All right, now it's time to plop. I'm fresh out of the shower, exactly where we had left off, and I am slowly placing my hair into the top portion of my Lush Brand's Love Your Curls hair t-shirt towel. You don't need to use this specifically. You can find any standard t-shirt towel or cotton t-shirt or use a microfiber towel, but this is how I put this one on. Pretty simple. Just gently place my hair into the top, twist it closed, and let it sit. I'm going to keep this on for about 10 to 15 minutes or as long as it takes for me to get dressed and put on my makeup, which I've already done, but for demonstration purposes. Now we're going to take it off after that time has lapsed, and I'm going to micro-plop. So I'm going to take that towel, or you can grab a new one if you want one that's dry, and I'm going to micro-plop, which just means squishing out that excess water from my hair. As you can see, I do this forward, side to side, really to make sure that I'm releasing that hair from my scalp and we're not going to have any weird sections that dry flat or sticking against your head to, once again, not have that weird messy back section that many of us have issues with. All right, so now we're gonna go in with my Mondo Wave Tech Wave Foam. You can also use a mousse. It's typically encouraged to use your hardest hold styler last, but I do prefer to finish with the mousse as it gives me results that I absolutely love. The wetness from the foam also encourages my curl clumps to form back together after I've done all of that squishing with the towel, both in plopping and micro plopping. So here I'm just going to glaze my hair with the foam and squish it in. I'm going to spend a bit of time making sure that all of that product that you see slipping through my fingers does get back into my hair. I'm going to do this forward. I'm going to do this from side to side as well. Again, trying to keep that hair released from my scalp and in a position where it wants to fall naturally. All right, on to this last round of micro-plopping. I'm really just doing this to squeeze out any extra bit of water that is sitting in my hair before I move into the diffusing process. But you don't have to diffuse, you can absolutely air dry. Just removing that extra bit of water, and I'm squeezing all the way up to my root, does help speed that up quite a bit. The last thing I'm going to do to help speed up my dry time is hit it with a little bit of the Pantene Air Spray. This is a non-alcohol air spray. You don't have to do this, but this is something that has helped speed up my dry time and helped me maintain definition while I dry. So I'm going to start out with the method of hover diffusing. I am using the highest speed setting of 3 and the second highest heat setting of 2 and consistently moving this around my scalp. I'm trying to dry my roots first so as to create more volume, but also it's good for scalp health. The next thing I'm going to do is reduce it down to 1 heat setting and 1 speed setting and gently move this in and out of my hair. This is also known as pixie diffusing. Additionally, I might start out my drying process by hammock diffusing. I have an entire separate video that covers that really helps with wonky ends and for those who have long hair and you want to lift some of that weight off to help dry faster. And despite being only about 15 minutes, I've still grown rather impatient and stopped for a snack. So I am doing the pinch test here to ensure that my hair is completely dry by using my fingers to pinch the strands and make sure that there's no moisture hiding in there anywhere. I'm going to go in with a few drops of the Lust Brand's Elixir oil, emulsify that in my hands, and then I'm going to carefully glaze this over my hair and begin scrunching. As you'll see, I scrunch forward, I scrunch side to side, and I'm going to take that excess oil that's sitting on my hands and give my hair a good ruffle right at the root. This is going to help fluff it up and give me that extra bit of lift and volume that I absolutely love for the results on my wash days. Then gently move your hair around until it's found its part and let it settle for a few minutes. All right, you guys, that's it. These are the results. I'm gonna do a quick 360 curl, wavy, curly tour so you can get a sense for the wash day and how it turned out. And it seems my hair wants to part on this side today, so we're gonna go with it. All right, you guys, that's it for me. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. If you can, please like and subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see next. I'll continue bringing you all the videos you love the most. All right, thanks guys.